Alright guys and gals, let's continue on with the Yellow Delivery Truck by Lego City. This is set number 60440. Contains 1,061 bricks, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for early reviews, so thank you kindly. And yeah, remember in the last installment, we did this little hot dog vendor's cart, several minifigures, the forklift, and the big rig. And that covers bags 1 through 4. Or building guides 1 and 2. So basically we don't need to see these manuals anymore. So I decided to break it up in such a way that we could finish up sections. And honestly, so far I've been happy with the build. It's a 9.9. It comes with the brick separator, and as you can tell, printed building guides. So today we are going to be focusing on the flatbed, or not a flatbed, but just the trailer here. And so bags 5 through 9 will cover that. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to break this down into one installment or not. I'm not quite sure. But now I have to find the bags, because I've been tossing stuff around here. So let's begin. Let's build it. So you're going to need that and the bulk bag. So we're going to open this up here. And let's see. I always like to see these printed things, and here we're just going to pull it all out. And we've seen these a million times, so we'll need those. I think it just asked for 2. But yeah, I mean, got a mirrored effect here. You know what? These are matted too. You know, if you're building a Lego store, these would be perfect. These will be, when I'm done with building this set and I take it apart, because you know I will, I'm literally just going to package these up in their own plastic bag. I mean, that's pretty good. This is bright and colorful, and we didn't, at least we don't have to put the sticker on that. Now I could have used these tiles if they weren't printed, but I can always order some. So yeah, that's a keeper right there. Now we're really getting to it. I haven't really found any scratched or mangled parts. Your mileage may vary, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the build. Jay, you have to dump it all out? Yep, I sure do. Okay. Now, let me set all the minifigures and accessories over here. The reason being is I don't want to have to trip over stuff, you know, so I'm trying to get that out of the way there so we can work on this, not be bothered. Well, except if I drop those behind all the computer gear, I got to get those and get them out, and that's the printed stuff too. Well, yeah, that's how my day's been going today. So I'm not going to edit that out like many do. I had somebody the other day say my videos are a little too long for the builds. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of other professional YouTubers that will speed build this for you. Right, but today, we're going to get going on the build. Alright, and today is the 19th of May, 2024. We're almost done with May. And you can see we get a lot of good color. What I see in this pile is mostly white, black, and gray, but we do have some color in this set. I'm always looking for colorful builds, because nobody wants to build dark, dingy, dreary, gloomy builds. I know I don't. I don't know about you guys and gals, but there we go. I could turn on the floodlight, huh? So it looks like bag 1 is, or bag 5, my bad, is just building the chassis. So I wouldn't expect a lot of wow factor in here. Well, I found some doors. I can always use those for things. And, you know, I've been reading up on some of the forums that Lego's discontinuing some more parts. And I'm like, why? You know, it's beyond me why they do that. And some of the older pieces I'd like to scrounge up, so when I see that they're discontinuing something, if it's a part that I really would use or something I think I may use, I usually will order a few of them. I mean, you can of course get them on Bricklink, but once a part's retired, good luck getting it for a good deal. I really want to see how this truck turns out all assembled, you know. I mean, looking at the box just doesn't serve justice. And there's some out there, YouTubers, that will do the picture reviews. They review the pictures. Well, I'm a hands-on guy. I can't review a picture. So I'd rather just review this in my hands, because then I can tell you how the build's going to be. If I just look at a picture, it may look good on the box, but when I start building it, it's boring. And I don't want to be bored, but so far this one is far from that. Unless you're a guy that's into Technic, then this may not be up your alley. But if you're like me and you like city suburb stuff, this should be really a good build. Alrighty. But yeah, I'm happy. This is a nice set. Not saying it because Lego sent it to me, but it's keeping my interest. Because right now, I'm editing a bunch more reviews, and some of these are not so pleasant. I'm trying to get them done here quickly. Okay, we got some ingot tiles on there. No, that's not how that's supposed to go. Whoops. Yeah, if you don't have long fingernails to pick these tiles up, you know, I send my condolences. Are we building 2 of these or 1? It's simple enough that I can just copy. Alright. Not a fan of yellow Lego bricks, but it is a cheerful color to use. And for the most part, at the end of the day though, it's all about my preference. Oh yeah, we had to build 2 of these. So if you're building this, you want to do it real quick, build 2 real quick. I didn't read ahead this time in the book. Kind of starting to set a little bit my dad's passing, and you wake up one morning thinking, oh, I'm going to go talk to him, and realize he's not here anymore, and it makes it really tough. I know some friends that went through it, and I think I consider myself lucky because a lot of my buddies, their dads passed away, even their moms passed away in their 40s, 50s, or early 60s. And now with me getting around those age ranges, yeah, it's kind of young. If you're a youngling, yeah, it's a little different, but it's pretty soon life goes faster and faster and faster because you're always busy. So now sometimes when my mom or somebody in the family says, you want to do something, okay, I don't care about Lego anymore, I want to spend time with my family, you know, that kind of thing. A girlfriend, okay, let's do it. I don't care, Lego will be here when I get back. The computer programming stuff, the job can wait, you know, unless I got to get something done to pay the bills. Okay. And yes, if it's sagging down there, that's what it is. They want me to put a plate on that too. we need to find a tile, not a plate. There was some black gooey stuff all over this piece. Kind of weird. Trying to find a tile here. But I'm surviving right now. It's a cool summer so far. I know, like Texas and a few other places are really getting hit hard with storms, floods. Out here it's a nice, beautiful 75, 76 degrees. How long? We don't know. So we're enjoying it while it lasts. While everybody else is getting devastated. Oh, I watched a video the other day. They were showing a video of this kid walking through his flooded basement, and next thing you know, the wall just collapses on him. And I thought, man. Out here where I'm at, basements are kind of frowned upon because earthquake reasons. We don't have basements or attics. Where I'm at, 2-story houses are kind of uncommon. Okay, let's build this. I don't know what we're doing here. Do we need a hollow stud in, or does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Alright. Yep, so we're almost done with, we're getting close to being done with May, which I hate this month now. But June, I have a bunch of goodies for you for tutorials. They may stay on YouTube memberships. I may release some of them. I may release all of them, but there's some really good ones. I'm working on 2025 videos. So if you want to get a jump for next year, I think one of my tutorials won't be released for like another 16 months. So, sometimes I'll build something and thinking, well, this is pretty good, but I already done enough for the year in this one specific niche. So I'll save it for next year. And that's where I go from there. And it's only $2 a month for memberships too. I try to keep it cheap. Some people are charging $5 or $10. I'm like, why? Basically, it's just early accesses and perks and stuff. I'm trying to find a way to do parts lists, because if I do parts list in the videos, it will be 100% members only. So I got to think of how to do that. So somebody's paying the $2, they still have pretty much a part, at least a text list of parts. It's kind of an odd place for lights to be at. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to go do something real quick, and let's continue on here with this. And yeah. Alright, so I am going to try to get this done here in this one installment here. There'll probably only be 2 installments with this, but let's see how well it goes. These are either lights or they're stops. We don't know yet. And now it's telling me to put all these arches on there too. This thing is not too rigid. Okay. And then we got the doors. Oh, that's not a bad idea to use these for door handles. These right here. And the door goes right in here. Okay, well now we know which one's the front and rear portion of the trailer. So far the build's keeping my interest, so that's good. Very good. Okay, put that there. Alright, looks like we're going to be skinning a bunch of this. Oh wait, you know what? We're not done with that yet. I thought we'd put that on a note. It wants these weird 1 by 3 corner plates. Oh, these are really nice. I could use these. I needed these for a project, and I thought, well, a lot of people don't have these yet, so I never bothered to use them. But I notice I'm starting to see these plates coming more and more in modern sets, so you guys and gals, you may see those in my tutorials. Yeah, I like the newer pieces too. You know, some people don't. Okay, we got to make 2 of these. So if you're looking for a very fun, colorful build for the summer that looks like it's modular, this is it. This is it for you. I don't think you're going to go wrong with this one. So you can build it any time of the year you want, but I see this more as a spring, summer, fall set. More spring and summer. I think it's the color scheme. It's bright and colorful and cheerful. And yeah, it's not lame. I've done some lame sets. And this ain't one of them. And then these go on the top for cross support, so that's cool. And that wraps up bag 5. It's like something you'd see on a train than anything else. And yeah, that's it. No parts remaining. Alright, I'm hoping this is bag 6. The paper bags, they have them underlined. These are not, so, you know. Alright. Looks more, the colors look more like an old school classic Technic set than anything else. This is the colors I remember back in old Technic. Okay. And now, let's begin here. Now, that's printed. I've been looking for printed Lego tiles, like this, literally. And honestly, just imagine building a Lego store right there. Now I'm kind of inspired. Maybe that should be my next large mock. And there we go. Be sure to put this in the center. On the book it doesn't really show it that easily. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I mean, I'm trying to learn to back the hands away so you can see as a little sample what I'm putting together, but sometimes I forget. I'm sorry. There's some Technic in here. And for some of you guys and gals who hate Technic, I don't like it too much. You can't hide from it. You can run, but you're never going to hide from Technic. You just face it head on and just go. Jay, I don't like Technic. I don't either, but we're going to have to live through it. I'd like to say something in here, but it may be inappropriate. Just do it. Sounds like somebody's up out of bed getting ready to play video games for the whole day again. I can't just do that. When I was younger, maybe, but not sit in front of the computer all day. We were playing Fortnite last night, and some of these guys will literally play hours and hours and hours. And around my age, I'm like, I can't. I get bored too. Video games are fine when I absolutely have nothing to do, but I mean, it's... There we go, right there. Oh, I have a feeling there's going to be one on the back side too. Or is that the only one we have? Okay, so this here goes, the doors on this side here. This goes here. And this sits in like this. Okay. And this looks like this just opens up. Kind of cool. So you have access into that area of the cargo bed. And we got to build 2 of these. Okay, I'm glad I saw that. I was like, oh, I got duplicates. Let me look here. Oh, yeah, we do. We're going to have to do 2. I think it's better than not doing them, but still. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Yeah, we have a teenager here that just plays video games most of the day. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't like getting out of bed too, but now if I don't get out of bed, I feel unproductive. That's what he wants to do the whole summer, is lay in bed. I'm like, lame. And I had one of my buddies says, why don't you take your nephew camping? I said, he only likes to camp when it's in a fifth wheel or a travel trailer. He doesn't like tent camping. Or at my age, I don't care. I don't mind tent camping. I always wanted to take him camping, and I said, well, we're going to be camping in a tent, and it about freaked him out a little bit, and he doesn't like it too much, and I was told, oh, don't ask him again. He doesn't like it. I said, okay. And I thought, man, some of the kids that I talked to, I wish their dads did that. I wish I had a son or a daughter that I could do that kind of stuff to, and take them camping and take them on road trips, go to Disneyland. I don't have that option, you know. Let alone take them to Legoland. Okay. Anyways, we are getting a lot of this here done. Looks really good. But I know I got a question. It's, Jay, do you have kids that you share this hobby with? No, sadly I don't. It'd be kind of cool, though. Because me and my son or daughter would be hanging out in the Lego workshop building things all day. I'd be like, kids, I'm sorry, I got to go back to boring work and do the boring stuff. Pay the bills so we get more parts. That kind of thing. Okay, and then flip them like that. I mean, the build's broken down where it's not that hard. But I have other things I got to do throughout the day. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these installments up throughout the day. So you may notice variances in lighting and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll leave the floodlights set to whatever it is. I have it set on number 13, so we'll leave it like that so the lighting is mostly consistent. Yeah, I have to edit out a bunch of my times myself is coughing. I don't think you guys want to hear that. Me coughing in the mic. So I'm going to try to edit everything out here. It's just better. It sounds more professional, cleaner. Alright, so once these are all put together, they go here. So these are the hinge mechanisms right here. And I have a feeling we're going to need to grab those tiles. I wasn't paying attention. Do we need them or not? I don't know. Probably bags 6 and 7 are probably mirrors. But for sake of discussion, I hadn't had anybody tell me they don't like it, but there's just depends on the build. Like there's just too many things going on here, and I don't think it'd be really, it would end up hurting you, the viewer, in the long run. Alright. That'd be easier if we set it like that. Alright. And put these here. Yeah, but I think if you get this set and you're interested, you're speculating. Yeah, some people say $100 seems a bit pricey, but you're getting over 1,000 bricks, and you're getting a good build experience. And oh, you know what I've got to do? Put this last thing in there. My bad, I forgot that. Well, let's put that in there real quick. It's like that doesn't stay in there. And that's it for bag 6. And we have 1 friction pin remaining. Alright, so I have a feeling bag 7, it might be a clone of bag 6. Not sure yet. Okay. Now something in my gut tells me it's probably a little different. Or maybe, because I didn't see this in the last bag, nor this. So maybe I listened to my instincts and not do it. So I have a feeling we're going to be working on the other side with this. That's pretty cool. And it doesn't hang or anything, so I think we're doing this side now. Make sure I'm recording. And I got a lot of sets I still have to edit. I try to film at least 1 a day, maybe more. And just to try to get a lot of this stuff done here. I think these go on here next. Yeah, we rarely ever see my nephew anymore. He's always playing video games. I'm like, dude, you need to come out once in a while. I'm just hanging with the buddies playing games. I said, I can. He goes, I don't need to come out all that much. I said, well, I can make that happen. How? I said, I'll just log into the server terminal and turn off the Ethernet and Wi-Fi to those devices and be done with it. Oh, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, you don't get it, dude. I'm learning now. Life is too short. Yeah, you get 2 of these printed Lego tiles. I like those. And there we go. I like these Lego tiles. So these would be good right above a Lego store too. I don't know if that's the right color they would use, but hey, they're printed. So these would be keepers for Jay. Hopefully they'll have those in the Lego store or in the Pick-a-Brick wall, so I can grab a couple more of those. I think I may need to get 4. Alright, so this goes here. Make sure it hinges up. Okay, good. Now we got to build the 2 hinges. So it looks like bags 6 and 7 are pretty close to mirrors. That piece there, so if you're really wanting to do that, yeah, so this is a reflection of that other one. It might be the same. It looked like it was just the same. But this is built, what, for 8-year-olds, so 8 or 9-year-olds. So I think it'd be just right for the adults. Maybe we'll have to struggle a bit more, but yeah. Somebody's really dropping the F-bomb. Yes, I cuss a lot. Some people, though, they're new. They'll get on my Discord server And then I'll start cussing up a storm like, oh, wow, you actually say profanity? I never hear you say bad words. I said, well, that's YouTube videos. I don't say bad words in videos. I said, on a group call, I cuss like a sailor. I get a little too carried away there, but no, on YouTube. And two, YouTube wants to keep it family friendly for advertisers. So we have to keep it friendly there. Unless you go like to TikTok or something, you can get a little wild over there. Thought they were supposed to ban TikTok. I hope they don't, because I like that's my trash TV fix for the day. YouTube used to be all random until it stopped doing the randomness. All right, so okay, and now some Technic pins. Yeah, so far we're still at a 9.9. Everything seems robust at this point. I'm trying hard not to fail sets. I see some sets that look good on the box and they fail. This one can still fail. Now we're in bag 7. We still got this bag and 2 bags left, so there's a lot of time that something can fail. I can put this on and the whole thing will crumble and disintegrate. We don't know yet. But what we do know is right now it's a 9.9 and it's engaging. It's keeping my interest. It's a highly engaging build. So and then, let me flip these over. Sounds like somebody's tired next door. What happened? We didn't get enough sleep last night playing video games? Try working. You don't sleep much at all. I hear him go, I'm tired. I was at school for 6 hours, and I'm like, try being at work for 10 hours and you run your own business. You are drained when you're done. You're like, ugh, I don't want to do anything. So when I have to pay my bills, I'm like, oh, goodness, I got to do more paperwork. And I have to do it. Okay, now we got to face these off here. I think what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to see what the time on this is. And if it is, I may split it down a bit more. I'm trying to keep the sessions about an hour, no more than an hour and a half. This one here is not too bad. It's just more, like this now is starting to get a little repetitious. It looks like these are the same as they are on the other side, so they could have packaged this up in such a way that, okay, build 4 of them instead of just 2 apiece. So, I don't know. Sometimes LEGO does things differently, but I do that with my own building guides too. It's like, why didn't I do that? Sometimes I'll come back in and do a revision on my building guides thinking, okay, I'm going to condense it down. Oh, wow, a yellow 6x6 tile. I haven't seen that in that color before. Well, not in person anyways. I don't use these all that much. The earth tones, like I use the grays for the like concrete sidewalks, driveways, but yellow, the only thing I can think of is maybe walls, or maybe an area like maybe in a shopping mall or something for a floor tile, or a Lego store. I really, you know what, guys and gals, I really want to build a Lego store. I should. I've never been inside of one, so that would be a first one for me. I was telling my friends, like, I was like, I have never been into a Lego store. Here I'm an ambassador, and I've never even seen inside of one in person. I said, I've seen inside of, well, I've seen inside more shops that I can't mention on YouTube than anything else. But a Lego store, I'm in a dry, what we call a dry county. No Lego stores out here, so it's like, you know, dry county, no Lego stores. You just basically, if you want a Lego store, you're going to have to go to one of the big box stores, which now all the Lego sets in my area are locked up behind a piece of glass, and they don't ever have enough sales associates to unlock the case for you to look, so I don't even bother anymore. I don't think Lego needs to stop doing business with them. because Lego loses money on that too. If I have to wait for an associate to unlock the case, why don't I just go and just order it online through lego.com and get VIP points or insider points. You know. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get going on that there. It's not a bad build. It's very fun to put together. So yeah. This is probably the front here that we're putting over here on this side right there. I think that's where this is going to go. I was looking for a bunch of these yellow 4x8 plates. Actually, I need yellow 8x8 plates, but they just don't exist yet. The closest they have is cool yellow, which would have been exceptional. I needed them for a project. Yeah. Well, what? No extra pieces, Lego? We're being stingy now? Okay, this obviously goes at the bottom and it goes right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open this up and just stick my hands in here like this. And just work that in there. There we go. Just pinch the top and bottom. Don't pinch in the middle. Right here and then right down here. And that goes for the inside too. Just be sure you're holding here. And here it feels like it was kind of squishing in. And that's it for bag 7. And yeah, so far it looks pretty good. We obviously know these are going to open up. Wasn't too sure about the way this looks, but it's not bad. It's just, I don't know, we're not done yet. Alright, let's continue on with bag 8. And yeah, this one, the colors are a bit on the dark side. And it looks like we're building the part that the trailer sits on down here. Oh, I don't like the way that is. Lego did that before, and so I think if you want, you could use it just as a flatbed. So this might be a universal vehicle after all. And yeah. All right, so let's get this going here. Okay. I'm kind of breezing through this set. It's not a hard build. It's not that bad. So if you're looking for something easy, it's got a lot of parts. Here you go. It's not that bad. Okay, let me start sorting parts out here. Had to go check on my mom real quick before I came back here. Make sure everything was okay. Everything is. So guess what I can do? I can continue on. Okay, now, okay, we need one of these. I never use these type of axle pieces. They're kind of like an odd size. I don't really use them. I mean, they're 1x4s, but they sit in the middle. Unlike the other ones, they're hard to explain. Oh, I've never seen these type of parts before. Looks like a friction pin on it. Okay. You know, I was looking for some of these in a project. No, they're 1x14s, never mind. Jay, you're giving us hints? Yeah, sometimes I do in my builds. Like right now, I got done with another tutorial a night or two ago. And what I did is, it's something very simple. And I'll tell you one thing, I wish Lego would make inverted 1x1 and 1x2 flat tiles. They don't. I wish they did. And yeah, and that reminds me of something too. I gotta crawl up in the attic before it gets too hot. I gotta replace a condensation line for the AC unit. Try to prolong the life of this thing as much as I can. Because air conditioned units today are very pricey, and I'd rather, I mean, this thing still blows icy cold air. It's just more and more considered an energy waster today. And there's this little trap that they have for the condensation. It's completely clogged. And I have to find a way to unclog it, or if not, I'll have to cut the copper pipe out, and I'm just going to replace it with a piece of flexible hose that I can heat up with like a heat gun, and then mold it into my own drip line or a trap. That if it gets clogged, I can just pull that section out and just blast it out really good. And for those of you who don't know, yes, I'm kind of like a handyman in a way. Not as my day job, but just more like doing work around the house. And we are missing one of these. Where is it at? One of these here. I don't know if I have any of those in brown. Oh, there it is. The plate was eating it. Alright. I like these inverted bricks with bow. I just wish I didn't have the plate on them, but then again, be good for like boats or vehicles and stuff. Whoops, I didn't go there. A roll pan for like a Chevy pickup. That's what they look like. And yeah, my little truck has that little roll pan on there, and some people say, "Oh, you gotta be careful. Somebody will rear-end you and crunch your bed up." I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta find another OEM bumper to put on it." I didn't like the one that was on it, and I thought, well, I'm gonna have to find one when I get the truck repainted eventually. And I'm just going to shove that on there now, put the tiles on it. And besides, you can't find, it seems like more and more you can't find it, you can't modify a newer pickup. They're just almost impossible to modify anymore. You can't buy body mods and stuff, engine mods, with all the safety features. And we should have started with this. Oh yeah, we did start with that one. I started backwards, my bad. And when I was a teenager, I always wanted one of these, I always wanted a Chevy Silverado pickup step side, lowered with the flames, and at that time it was like $20,000, and being a teenager, that was a lot of money. Never got one. If you grew up in the 90s, you know exactly what pickup I'm talking about. And now they're hard to find. You don't see a lot of the custom show trucks anymore. You don't even see them on the road. If you do, I saw one, maybe it was like an S10, that you could tell it was some kid's beloved show truck, and it had a toolbox in the back and a gardening trailer hitched to it. It was all, you know, beat up. I thought, oh man, those trucks now are getting to be worth something now. And yeah, okay, so this sits up here like this. I think these are supposed to hang off the back. Yeah. And yeah, you know, kids today will never know what that is. Like, oh, look at my truck, it's got big rims. That's the only mod you can put on these newer cars now, is the rims. I'm not a rim guy. I don't care to have them. I don't care to have the fancy rims. You know, I'm out of all that. I'm just in to have a car that works, and that's what it is. These are supposed to be folded up like this. And this sits right here, I believe. Okay. That's what it wants, so it's angled up like that. And then now you're going to have to put all these in here. And after that, you put plates on top of them, and it's not what you think. I will show you here in a second. So they must be using this for something special. Man, that's like building a base plate on the top of that. Snap those right in there. Let's see. And I thought those would be hinged for something, like you're going to hinge them. No, they're locked in. You can't do anything with them, so they must be using this for something else. Oh, probably for the wheels under here. Okay, that's not a bad idea. And I remember city sets were kind of okay back in the day, and they really have stepped up their game on certain items like vehicles. And just checking the time, making sure. Okay, we got a bunch of these we got to put. Oh, that's kind of a cool color scheme. We have red and blue. All right. Okay, those do hang off at the edge. It's like, okay, am I doing something wrong here? And then these go on the top here. Okay, well, it'd help if I push it in all the way, huh? Whoopsie. There we go. That's what it looks like so far. Yeah, that's kind of weird for what it is. Okay. Yep, there we go. Well, that one didn't want to go in all the way. And now we have to put all these on there. I have a bunch of these too. I don't know about white, but I know I have a bunch of these 1x2 by 2x4 downwards angular plates. I just wish they'd make them go upwards. Would be nice. There's always vehicles that I need those for, and I'm like, they just don't make them. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, but that Silverado pickup I wanted when I was a kid, and I seen a guy around here who has a black one. It had the step side and the tinted windows, and it's lowered. And thought, man, that'd look good with a nice, good flame paint job. I always wanted the flames on my vehicle too, just for fun. Until I found out how much it cost back in the 90s. It was like maybe $15,000 for that paint job, and I thought, oh, I'll stick with the color that I have with my car, with my truck, and that was it. I thought, oh no, I'm not going to pay that kind of money to get a flame job on. I knew somebody else who did that with a little Nissan pickup, a little four-banger. He put more money into the paint job than the car was even worth. He had his truck lowered all the way down to the ground. It was airbagged. I mean, where he parked it, the frame would literally sit on the ground. And I thought, man, I'm going to do that. I wouldn't be doing all that to a four-banger. Now I'm an older gentleman. I don't want to lower my car, but now we're all about raising them up as high as we can go, where the differential is like 10 feet up in the air. Okay, these things they said they were bent, but maybe I was reading that wrong. Okay, well, they just sit like this then. Okay. Okay. I got to get back on it editing videos, but I want to kind of get this one filmed because I've been seeing it across the room thinking I really want to build this one. And that's it. So now we got to build the front stabilizer thing. And yeah, so if you're going to get this set, you're not going to get something bad. You're getting something really good here. And That's what it looks like so far. And we're using these. Oh, that's not a bad idea. We've seen these before on the trailers. They're using those as the legs for that. Okay. And that goes right here. So, but it doesn't close all the way. You know why? I put mine upside down. It's got to be upside down now. It's like that. Now it goes down all the way, so using that to rest up against there. All right. And that is it with only one piece remaining there. Not too bad. Alrighty, now we have bag 9, and we also need those printed tiles. So this thing doesn't quite feel as sturdy as I was hoping it would. And oh, I see some goodies in here. We'll have to look at these in a second. Oh, these have got the tools in them. I'm going to leave those in the bag for right now so I don't lose them. If Lego does this with all this type of stuff, it'd make it a lot easier to do in the bag. Okay. And we will need these. Okay. Alright. Here's what I've been eyeballing. These little Lego sets here that are printed. I need to give you like 6 different styles. Like here's one with the helicopter. So this is exactly what I'm looking for here in terms of printed stuff. There's enough stuff here to probably make the essentials for a Lego store. So my goal is, I'm going to try to get this review done today. Get it out of here because I have a feeling this is really going to be a good one. And yeah, this is kind of, frame on this is kind of flimsy right now, but this would be a set that I'm probably going to, I'm thinking of a close-up on it. And what I'll probably do here, we'll talk about the minifigures first. Then I'll move along to the hot dog cart and that. Then we'll do the semi. Okay. And then that'll just be the 360. Then I'll do the close-up tour on just the semi. And then the review. But when I do the actual filming, I will get done with this and then we'll do the review and work my way back. Alright. So I'll set it up. We'll do the review. And then I'll come in and get the turntable out and do all that other stuff too with it. We'll put it right here so you can see that better. And oh, and leave your legs folded down too. So, is that supposed to be Alcatraz or something? So yeah, you get some Lego set prints in here too. I think you get 6 of each tile. So we're going to start pulling these out here and see what we get. So far there's 3 sets, 3 individual sets anyways. And I think a lot of people will probably get this set just for the printed parts for a Lego store. That's a good inspiration for that too. And then they got the rims, put those over there, the tires. Get a little tiny set. Well, we've seen that before. You can tell that's the space set. I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably going, some people say it's $100. They think it's expensive. But here's the deal, there's a lot of good stuff. Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, this is not your cheap garden variety city set. And Wow, 2x3 bricks in blue. I'm just sorting everything out right now. So they give you, looks like, a couple of each. When I looked in the back of the box, it looks like they gave you, or the back of the building, it looks like they give you like a bunch of sets here. I haven't found them all yet. And maybe there's 4 of each. Okay. So I'm just kind of setting stuff out. I mean, if Lego sold this type of stuff in a pack, I'd buy them. Well, there's 5 of these little Alcatraz sets. Probably the Lighthouse Island. Looks like Alcatraz. Looking for some of these here. There we are. There's some right there. Okay. So if you manage to get that one tile with the 2x3, I think it's the light blue tile with the cafe corner on it, this would work good with this. I would consider, if this thing was fully printed, it would be even better, but who really cares about the hot dog cart, right? We only care about the cool parts. Here's another one of those little Alcatraz ones. Somebody's probably screaming at their monitor right now, correcting me. Well, that's what I see it as. And oh, there's nothing printed on the inverted tiles. Well, at least you get the stickers done at the very beginning. And then yeah, I hate when you get mosquito bites when they're like in your eyebrows or something like that. It's like, ew, how did they manage to get in there? It's like, man, it's kind of sensitive up there. Okay. And okay. And 2. We I guess already put that one in there. I wasn't supposed to put that one in until later. Oh no, I am supposed to put that one in there now. Just got to find the other tiles. So it looks like we do indeed get 4 sets, 4 groups of sets, you know. Well, I can't get that on there. Yeah, but this is a really nice model, really nice. I've seen these used in the Lion Knight's Castle, these pieces for the top. That would be kind of cool to kind of keep a hold of a few of those. And yeah, so far so good. Everything's coming along smooth in here. Okay, I see. Lego, you need to put a highlight around these new parts so I can see what I'm doing. So far, this is what we've done on top. Not too bad. And now, let's focus, set that over there. I need to focus on the rear bumper now. So after I get done with building this, I'm gonna start doing, I may hang out with the family a little bit, then I gotta start getting on the review on this set really quick. I'd like to get it reviewed and out of here, because I got a lot more, I got another lot coming in for review. Probably already seen it by now, but I think what I'm gonna do when it comes to when the embargo dates are lifted, I'm going to release the good ones first, and then the sets that are what I think are not so interesting, I'm going to do those last. Don't tell Lego that, though. But this one here is a winner. And well, it's expensive, Jay. That truck is expensive. Yeah, it's expensive, but look, I didn't have to fight putting stickers on that. It's been a nightmare. I'll pay extra for a good quality build. Oh, we're not done with this yet. Jay, it's expensive, yeah. But you're getting it printed, and I've had some guys say, well, I don't care if it's printed. You want to fight with stickers? Okay, I don't. Can I get that centered in there? There we go. That's what they use there. And now we're ready for this. Okay, it goes right here. I'm not going to press on these here. I'm going to try to press in the middle here. Trying to get that to suck right down in there. There we go. And then we take this big boy, we flip it upside down, and we set this on here. Now, how does that fit on there? Like it just rests on this. I think this is just meant to detach. I think that's what it is. So, like this. This fits right in between here, so we'll just snap that right in there. And you know what would be safer? If I just hold it like this and just pop it in, squish that down in there, like that. There's the back. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Not sure, just look here, and it's supposed to be lined up there. Okay, now, okay, we're not done with that yet. Ooh, be careful how you pick this up. Okay, those, I don't know how strong this is going to be. That could still fail. We're still at a 9.9, but I don't know how this is going to be. It could fail and fall apart and disintegrate. We don't know yet. We don't know. The mud flaps go here. And I'm looking for another one of those little shaft pieces that I lost. Those are so common. If I lose one of those, that's my bad. Set it right in there and just push it in. And then we got the tires. But I gotta go check something real quick. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. Now I can get onto the tires, and they want the lug nuts facing out. So I'll put these right in there. I always spin them to make sure, plus it's always cool. There we go. We got two tires. Now if you're really inclined to do so, you can stick some lithium grease on it and have these things really go, but Lego should just be built on this mode. So this one's got the really good, nice silver metallic rims. Okay. And okay. And now we're back over here. Well, that doesn't want to go in. Like I'm gonna There we go. And it shows this thing is supposed to be up like that. At step 120 is just swing that up, and then we rotate it around. And now we can put the big tiles on there. So see, it's pretty level. Okay, that's the wrong one. And that's the one we want here. I think what I'm going to do is hinge this open and just do it like this. Well, keep your stand down apparently. Alright, how's that in there? Oh, it looks pretty good. There you go. I thought, man, that looks kind of ugly when they open these up, but that's nice right there. Really good. Now, these would be good for a Lego store. Just imagine using this for like the back wall by your pick-a-brick wall or something to make a great piece. Jay, you're going to rip it apart. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to use this for something else. Lego's about imagination, exploring the mind. That was one of the things in the Lego movie. Oh, you don't have to follow the instructions. Just build. I can't build it. I don't have the instructions. Okay. I mean, these close pretty good. And the last one here. But I've always mentioned this to Lego. I said, people are going to pay more for printed stuff. I know I would. This is something I would say this is a good set to buy. There we go. Looks really good. And now, after that has been assembled, now we got to open up the tools. Okay. We don't have a lot left now. It just looks like it's just accessories at this point. And we're going to pour all the... Well, I got about half of them in there. Oh, wait. It's picky. There's two of these. Right. So the power tools... well, one power tool, the oiling can, and the crossbar goes in here, and the other stuff goes in here. Where's the cross iron at? Well, there's the hand. Oh, that's in there. This is the cordless drill we were missing. Let's see here. And we use these for the tops. So when I do the tours, it's going to be kind of fun. Oh, I can still come in here and pull it up like that. And get that off there. And these go inside of here. They just rest inside. So we got our tools unless we break down. There we go. And now we got to build pallets. It seems pretty strong. This thing's got some weight to it. So this is not a, by all means, this is not a cheap set. Sound like somebody's mad. I might have heard a bad word. Jay, you cuss. What does it matter? Well, I don't want it in the video. Alright. Inverted tiles. These are also meant for the forklift. So doing a review like this is going to be interesting in terms of you know, how do you go about doing this? So basically what we're doing is we're loading up stacks of sets. They're not in your typical cardboard boxes. So now we can take a look at what we're doing here. I'm putting all the helicopter ones first. And then we were putting picture boards together for my dad's funeral. We all messed up on one of our picture boards. I had one picture that was upside down in mine. And I'm like, now I check really carefully. We're all laughing. I was like, oh, somebody else did theirs crooked. Somebody else did theirs with the big border. Mine was perfect except for the thing with the correct picture. All right. I don't know how critical it is, but just open these up here. And it looks like they just rest inside of here. And that's what these look like. Pretty cool. They just sit in there. Okay. And we got to make two more. These are slightly different. So you get 4 groups of sets, or 4 sets, but you get 6 tiles. So with that and some of the other things that I have, I could probably make a decent Lego store with just this truck alone. Well, not with this truck, but with some other parts. I forgot to put these on the bottom, huh? So yeah, this is meant not only for play, but it's also meant for your display pleasures too. If you want to just display this on the shelf, or you can play with it. Just don't throw it around or anything. Okay, we're just going to start putting these in here. I'm not going to rotate anything. Yeah, so this is, you're basically just building 4 pallets of sets. Okay, Alcatraz goes here, or the Lighthouse Island. I would have thrown one of these as the Yellow Castle set too. So yeah, if you're one of those out there who's complaining that the set's expensive, 99% of it's printed, or 95 of it. You're not going to go wrong with this one at all. So don't be like, well, Jay, I'm not interested in this. Some people are not. I mean, if you're in a Technic or any other kind of thing, yeah. But this is a winner. This is a winner. Okay. And now, set that right in there. Yeah, see, they just sit in here. So what I'm gathering is the forklift can just scoop these right out of here. Let's see here, does it? Well, kind of it does. But it sort of functions. And this is what we have remaining right there, I believe, for bag 9. So we don't need that in the brick separator anymore. Okay, now we got to start setting everything up. Well, those sets look pretty cool, but I can't share that with you. Okay, now setting this up, I'm just going to set it up. We'll do the final closing and stuff like that, or get it prepared for the review. And honestly though, you are not going to be disappointed. Now this just hitches right up in here, snaps in place. Raise this up here. Well, it's already raised up. And yeah, this is pretty seamless for what it is. Get some good accessories with it. Alright, let's start setting it up for the review. And focus. So I'm going to say right now, some of you are going to be like, Jay, you must be a purist. You don't like stickers or anything like that. I don't. But honestly, a 9.9 is fair. This is not a complete 10. 9.9 is considered like a 10 anyways. You got your forklift. You can drop this down here. You can see what I'm doing. Scoop that up. Oh, it does work. So maybe it was just the way I was doing it. And then if you want to drop it off, just, there you go. So you just have to pull this down just a little bit here to pick it up. So you just see here again, just like that. Do it like that too. So I could put this back on here, just drive it up into here. And you can use the fork to kind of tap it in place like how they do it. And it is a playable model. Okay, so that's really good. So what I'm going to do for display purposes, let's see here. We're going to open up the back one. And we're going to pop out this one because that's hard to see. And I'm going to set that in here like that. So, yeah, it's pricey. But look what you're getting. Alright, you are getting a set. You're getting something that is not only a playable model, but a display piece and a good parts donor set too for things. Okay. So he's our truck driver. We're going to put him in here. I'm just setting things up right now because I'm going to do the thumbnail too. And he's got the wig. I'm not even going to bother mentioning the wig, or I could when I do the minifigures. The hot dog heart, I don't see where this fits in with this, but you know, hey, what? We don't care really. And this guy's happy to be at work. Wish I could say the same for me, but let me take that off there real quick here. We'll put him in there. So he's going to drive the sets to that. There we go. And we'll put him right there. Looks pretty good. And we have her. She might be the supervisor. And what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to pop one more of these out that's a little different. And we're just going to set this one down here for the tour. And then I'm going to have her right here waving at the truck driver. Okay. So the only thing I can think is kind of odd is this little hot dog cart. So she's probably the vendor. Now, of course, when you're done with this, you can put this in there. This thing you probably can't fit inside the truck, but the rest of it you can. You do have access to the tools. If I want to, just pull these out. How hard are they to get out of there? And then just open this up. I'll probably do this while the video is stationary. When I do the tour, I think what I'm going to do is we'll do the minifigures first. I'm going to do these two items here because they're related. And then the forklift. And then I'm going to come in and do the 360 on this truck, show how it works. And then we'll do the close-up of it. But when I do the 360, I'm going to say, okay, you got the sets. This is what they look like here. It's all printed, yada, yada, yada. And pretty much that's what it is. Let's give myself a little bit more white space in there. And yeah, you're not going to be disappointed with this set. The only things that were stickered was the sign and the thing in here. 3 stickers. So honestly, let's do it like this here. You don't want to cover up the Lego logo. There you go. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Happy-fied. Yeah, maybe that's a word. And yeah, let's crank this up here. Right about there. And I think what I'm going to do is take a quick snapshot of this because it looks pretty good. And let's put her, I don't want to cover up everybody here. I'm looking at it at a different angle than you are. It may just be a little elevated like I'm looking on a hill. Put the sign there. And we'll slide this over here a little bit. Because when I look at it this way, I want to make sure I can see all the figures and stuff. And looks like we're ready to go here. And yeah, for the most part, it's a nice vehicle. Well, I'm happy with this, but let's do the formal review. Let's start the review with play value, and as you saw with the tour, there are plenty of things to do. So this is not only an accessory set, but we also got a very large delivery truck with the model. And since all this stuff you can open up, we have access to the interior of the cab. Yes, this is just a awesome big large Lego truck to play with. So you're not going to go wrong with this one. You got the sets and the minifigures, and yeah, it has a really good play value. As far as for city drop-in value, all you have to do is scoop this up and put it in your city. There's no modifications that need to be done. It's self-contained. Even the hot dog cart and the forklift can be placed in. You could even add to this. You can make more Lego sets and stuff them in here, or some regular boxes. That would really work. Now, if you choose to use the set for parts, this Lego logo would be good for a Lego store, as well as these for backdrops for walls. So you really can't go wrong with the parts in this set. You can even use the building structures of this vehicle to make other trucks for your city. So there's a lot of possibilities with this set. Now, for my build experience, I'm going to say this was a really highly engaging build. I didn't lose interest into the build. It's a bright, colorful set to assemble. So if you're looking for something with a lot of build quality, this is it. It's a really nice set to put together. Now, speaking of build quality, I only had maybe 1 or 2 pieces fall off on this while assembly, but nothing too major. And if you watch the build installments, yeah, I did make a few mistakes. I did correct those. But for the most part, the building guide is easy to follow. Now, it is possible this set can be a collaborative build. This is covered by a few bags, so does the trailer. I think bag 1 does the accessories. So one could have all this here can be built by one person, and the second person can build the flatbed. So I'd say comfortably 2 people can assemble the set. So it does have a group build value with this model. It's a really nice set for collaborative build. In addition, you do have a set of printed building guides, and a brick separator is provided, so that's even better. Now my final score is, get this, a 9.9 out of 10. Why? Because I had 1 or 2 pieces fall off the model. Nothing too major. And just a slight scuff on the stickers in terms of, there were stickers, but most everything you see here is printed, except for this and the little TV inside of here. But a 9.9, that's almost near perfect. So if you're looking for a really fun build, this is it. It's bright, colorful, and easy to assemble. So tell me what you think of the yellow delivery truck.